I think that actually turned out pretty good. Welcome back, folks. Welcome to Random Rod Shop. Today we're going to see if we can get the fuel filler neck put in this international pickup. So I got the filler neck out of the Jeep, and what I'm thinking is I'm going to set that filler neck in between the fender well and the inside of the bed. I think I've got enough room, and basically the filler door will be flush with this bedside. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. And then the filler neck for the international, or for that Jeep tank, is pretty much right there at the top of the frame rail. So I got to get it up as high as I can so that I can get enough room to get a hose across there. It looks like that I'm going to have to put the bed in. We've decided we're just going to put a complete floor in, and it looks like it's going to be 3 inches above the existing floor. So this will get cut out. That'll give me a little more room to run the hose for the fuel filler neck. So we're going to stick that thing somewhere about right there. All right. Okay, so let's go over to the bend and break. I don't think you guys have seen the bend and break, but let's go over to that and see if we can make a cardboard template and bend up some metal. So I've started working on a cardboard template. The way that I'm looking at this is this side is the vertical wall of the inside of the bed, and the spigot, actually not spigot, the filler neck, I'm thinking we'll go, let's see here. There we go, something like that. Where this is almost vertical, and this is at about well, it depends which way you measure, either 55 or 35 degree angle. Take a choice. I'm hoping that since it's inset, I won't have any water problems. We'll put a door on it, so it should be good. And it should give plenty of room. I added plenty of height here, so there should be plenty of room to get the gas pump nozzle in there. So I think I need to finish kind of figuring this out so that I got some 18 gauge shelving material here that I plan on cutting this out of. Just to give you a heads up, the bending brake's actually on this table. This is an old grater blade, and this rolls down, and that's the clamp, and the bending part is down here. So it seems to work. I've bent a full 4 feet of this 18 gauge. It seems to be pretty happy. I wouldn't want to bend anything thicker than that. This is only 1/2 inch plate for this bar here, and I don't have a lot of reinforcements. So, but for what I do, which is either 20 gauge or 18, most of it's 18, and very seldom I bend in a big wide piece. So it seems to work out all right. Let me finish making my cardboard here and see if I can get this thing drawn out over here and see if we can bend something up. Okay, so I got a box taped up, and the thought is, right, so this is vertical, and that thing's going to come out like this. So the trick to actually cutting out the pattern is deciding how you're going to put it together. Now, we could cut it out just like this, and we could actually butt weld it together, but I don't know if that's necessary. I'm thinking I'd like to just, have some tabs that bend over to try to make the box. The other thing is this isn't a finger brake, right? So we got to keep in mind that we can bend two sides. That third side's kind of tough, isn't it? And the fourth side's even worse. So let me cut this up, decide how we're going to make this thing, and let me draw it out on here. Okay, we've had to do it a couple of times, but I think I finally figured out what this box needs to look like. Let me flip the camera around here and show you where we're headed with this thing. Okay, here's what I've come up with. See, that tube is a little bit angled, so my thought is I'm going to make that tube vertical, and hopefully that thing's going to sit in there, something like that. Let me stick it on the cardboard piece, maybe get a better idea. Okay, my hands are kind of in the way, but I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can't hang on to that thing, but that's what we're looking at. Let me get this thing cut out in metal and get it set in there. Maybe that'll give us a better picture, but I think that'll work. That way the gas cap is not directly in the rain or anything. There's an angle down on the mounting surface, so the water's not going to sit there. I think that'll work. Okay, let me get this thing cut out in metal. Okay, a little bit of tweaking, not much, it actually fit pretty well. So I'm kind of happy with that. I'm going to put some tape around it, then I'm going to go try it in the hole, see how it fits. I'll get right back. Okay, well, we're going to kind of jump ahead a little bit. I've got it welded together, made a flange around the front so that it would set inside the pickup. Once you get it cut out, welding together, just welding it together. So here's the way that's going to work. This is going to set up inside the bed of the pickup. And that's going to bolt in there like that. Take you off the tripod. Carry the camera around the back so you can kind of see how this thing all goes together. This has been a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, but okay. All right, so you can see I cut the hole in the inside of the bed. So the filler cap is going to be inside the bed. You're not going to be able to see it. This sets in there like so. And in the end, I want to put some rib nuts in here and put some regular bolts, but for right now, I'm going to just use some self-tappers. Oh, where's the gas? Let me go get the gas cap. Man, I need to get that tailgate finished. Climbing over the bedside is a pain. Well, that's how it's going to look. All right. I think that actually turned out pretty good. Now I can get the tank put in this thing. I took the tank out while I was cutting and grinding and basically trying to figure out where this hose is going to come out. I don't know if you can see that there. That mark is where the inlet to the tank is. So there's a rubber hose that goes from here to the filler neck that's behind that inner bed side right there. So the rubber hose is going to come off of the filler neck, and I'm going to have to cut this out so that it will connect to the tank. That shouldn't be a problem because remember I said we're going to raise the tank up, or we're going to raise the bed floor up 3 inches, which is about right there. I don't know if you can see that black line or not. So this will get cut out. Hopefully the rubber hose to the filler neck on the tank is going to clear all that. I think it will. I think that's where we're going to end the video. Hey, you can kind of see I drug home another, what was that? It was a 2002 Silverado. Had a locked up motor. I'm always curious what makes an LS lock up. Well, this one's easy. They ran it out of oil. You can see how much rust is already on this thing. I tore this apart yesterday, so that's just the rain from last night. But let me get over here to the crank. Oh. Okay, so that rod, let's see, it would have been, I think it was this one. This rod was in pieces. It had welded itself to the crank and then broken all kinds of pieces. This one was still attached, but it was welded to the crank. Actually, I may have got that backwards. Maybe, yeah, no, that one was welded to the crank. And then these two here were actually seized on the crank too. The mains don't look that bad. Seen better days, but it doesn't look like it's seized on the mains. However, one of the pistons was only about 1.5 inches tall, actually maybe 1 inch tall. It just tore everything up. So you can destroy these without, you know, putting too much boost, without putting too much nitrous. They can be torn up. Just run them out of oil. That'll solve the problem. Okay, well, today is Christmas Eve. This video is going to post tomorrow on Christmas Day. Remember, this time of year is all about giving thanks and spending time with your family. I want to wish you and all yours a Merry Christmas. Next time, I think we're going to talk about some of the upcoming projects. There's a number in the queue, so I'm going to kind of show you what all the projects we got going, and you know, get ready to run into 2024, new year. I appreciate it again. Subscribe, like, hit the bell, make a comment. Until next time.